Hello everyone, welcome to our online live webinar on the Connection Wednesdays. This webinar is dedicated for all of you who are interested in a design of steel structures or who want to find out something new about Idea Statica connection software. This is the last part of the second season of this series of webinars, and we prepared for you some kind of Christmas special. So I hope you will enjoy it. And my name is Jana, and together with my colleague Adam, who will guide you through the examples, we would like to welcome you here. This webinar will last about 30 minutes, maybe a little bit longer or shorter, we will see. And during the webinar, you can communicate with us via question panel in your GoToWebinar application. So please feel free to ask anything that is interesting for you, and we will try to answer those questions during the webinar, and some of those most interesting questions will be answered after the webinar as well. And yeah, otherwise you are muted by default. So what is prepared for you today? We prepared our project, so this is not a real customer project, but it's an Idea Statica project, and we call it Christmas Tree by Idea Statica. So you will learn how to make something like this, quite interesting thing, and I hope you will learn also something new. And in the final part, we will learn how to adjust the cross-section of a member to the custom one. After the webinar, there will be a short question and answer session, and also you will be asked to participate in a very short survey. The recording will be available till tomorrow on YouTube channel, and also you are really free to ask for a trial version. So I think that's all for the beginning, and now I will pass the presenter to my colleague Adam, and we can start to model the example.
Welcome, boys and girls. Oh, it's mostly gentlemen. I hope you behaved well the whole year, because Christmas is coming in a few days. And we prepared for you the first present for the Christmas here in Idea Statica. And it's gonna be tough still, since the Christmas period is also sometimes tough for people. So let's get started. And I'll just start a new project. And we will start by defining geometry. So first I will make the supporting beam or supporting member. So I'll delete the column here and leave just the beam. Adjust its cross-section and properties. So I'll choose IP 140 and adjust its length, have it as continuous, and move it a little bit. So base beam done, and now we will start adding the Christmas tree decorations. So first I will add some of the shapes from the library that we have here, and I'll choose this one for a beginning, and change its length, geometrical type to end it, and rotate it, and put it in the position. Now it's floating in the air, but you'll see in a bit that it will be in the right position. So continue with another one. Again, change the cross section and move to a different position, somewhere around here. Okay, let's continue with the third decoration. That would be a circular one, and the size of 30 by 5. Okay, and position 150 and 500. Okay, next one is the eye section, the most used, and I'll rotate it a bit and set it to such a position. Okay, another one, M7, will be a L profile cross section, 45 by 5, for example, and again the rotation and the position defined by offset. And the last one, that will be a general plate, and that will be a line on the Christmas present that you will see in a bit. So this is 5 by 175, and the position is here. Okay, so we're good to go. Done with geometry. Now it's looking weird, but it will get connected in a bit. I'll just make one short sideway to load effects that I have prepared in an Excel sheet. So simple copy paste to get them there, import, paste. If I check this replaced existing loads, that means it won't create a new load effect here, but will replace the blank one that I had there by default. Okay, I'll just check if everything is okay in the 3D screen here. Oh yes, it's looking good. All the members have, it's loading. So let me go to design, and we start here. So the first thing I would like to do is to actually add the stiffening plate that will make the shape of the Christmas tree that you saw in the picture. How do I do that? So I add a stiffening plate operation. Here in the shape, I switch to polygon, and here I simply click DXF and find my DXF file. And I'll show you how to proceed with the AutoCAD preparation of that as well. I have a DVG file for AutoCAD, and is an object. And if you want to import such object into IDEA Statica, you have to first explode it into the simple line. So I did first explode from the object. Now it's a continuous line, and I have to do another explode operation to have it as simple lines like this. Now I save it as a DXF file to the desktop, and now I load it from the desktop here Oh, sorry, I have to close it in the AutoCAD. Okay. Now, what I do here is just click on one line in the, this is the list of all the lines. There are over 1,000 of them. And I click just on one of them and click consecutive here. That it gets highlighted, and click outline. And that would be it. Okay, it's looking good. And I have it there. So now I have to just process this a little bit, make it a bit thicker, and rotate it and move to the right position. So I just input the values here, and this is looking just fine. Okay, we have the Christmas tree and the Christmas present in the position, and we just finished the design here by welding them all together and adding the second line on the present and so on. So let's get to that. So I add a weld operation, and I will weld the Christmas tree plate. That's the stiffening plate 1 with the edge index of 1251. That's an interesting number, and I will weld it to the beam. So plate of member will be B, and it will be the top flange. Let's see the solid view, and the weld is there. I'll just set it for a double fillet weld, and we can also improve our design with the intermittent weld. If we like to, you can set the gap here and the length of the weld like this. I'd rather leave the 30. So our design of the Christmas tree is a bit more interesting. Okay, now simple cut operations to weld those decorations, to attach them to the Christmas tree. So let's start member M3, and it will be all cut by a plate, stiffening plate, and this is all fine. I'll just change the weld thickness. Okay, and I will just copy this one for the rest of the members, M4 as well. Now M5. Now M6, that's the eye section. Here I will change the setting of the welds. Double fillet welds to have it all around the cross section. Good. So I continue with the L profile here, which is M7. And also for the stripe on the Christmas present, which is M8. Okay. So the last thing here is to model the vertical stripe on the Christmas present. How do we do that? We could do it with a stiffening plate, cut it, weld it, and so on, or you can do it simply by just one operation, and that's the rip operation, which is this one. And we'll just set it in the right settings there. So it will be for a member M8. So the horizontal stripe, and it will be related to the plate, the main plate. Okay, I have something there, and let's process this. Thickness, size, and shape. I have chamfered 10 and 60. And here I will just set it for the center. Okay, last thing, the weld. And all is welded together. So we're done. The Christmas tree is standing. So let's see what the calculation will tell us. Oh, I forgot to set the bearing member here. That will be, of course, the main beam. Okay. Let's calculate that. And, well, it would take, since we did such a hard work, it would take about 1 minute. So I can maybe switch to the already calculated example here to save some minutes and see the result. So what the results are we getting here? We didn't pass the code check. That's for the first time in our Connection Wednesday series history. We always passed the checks, everything was okay, but this time we didn't, and we actually don't care because we like the colors here, and we're just happy having such a Christmas tree calculated and designed in Ideastatica. So who cares if we didn't pass the checks? So the thing here is that we have the decorations in red color, and we can go through the equivalent stress display to have a color for pictures. And if you adjust the load on the members, we could get even more color for pictures, just as we would like to have. So then basic browsing around the results. That's all that we know. We could see the mesh, which is interesting on such a Christmas tree, how the generator works, and see, for example, deformed shape, which is something very unnatural, and this is caused by such a huge overseeding or overloading of the plates and welds here, which is over 1000%. So this is all just falling apart. Okay, I think you could just finish this and move to the second part.
Okay, no, thank you. It was I really like this example, although we didn't pass the check. But it was also difficult to find such shapes and sizes so that the decorations are red, and I really appreciate it. It's
of
very
course,
nice.
It's Christmas time. Who cares about code checks now?
Okay, so and sometimes people ask us on our help desk how to change the cross section of structural member to their cross sections, the custom ones. So we already saw how to change the shape of the plate. And can you show us now how to change the shape of the member?
Sure. If we start the project, or if we modify existing project like this one, we just simply can change one of the cross sections, for example M4, the circle, and set there a different cross section from the library. For example, if I set something here, just simply change that, and I can directly go and recalculate.
Sorry, it looks like, or sorry, yeah, it was frozen for a while. Okay, we can see the screen now.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, maybe I can do that once again.
Yeah.
So I'll do undo here. this is one of the biggest advantages of IDEA Statica Connection, I would say, that you can anytime change anything and recalculate directly, and it doesn't break, or you don't have any struggles with the remodeling and reworking your project. So simply you go here in the existing project and change, for example, to this cross-section of a existing member, and you can go and recalculate directly and you see the results. And this is the way how you can easily optimize. And of course, there's a huge library of the used cross-section in the industry. And there are also two possibilities how to input your own or custom cross-sections. We have here in the tab Welded Composed the general steel cross-section that opens the editor. And here you just start with something, for example, plate. And here you can manually compose any cross-section you would like to have and calculate and check. So this is one way. And the other way is if you go to the third tab, Cold Form, and you choose here the CF General Shape, and this allows you to import a DXF cross-section into a member section. So here you click on Edit, and here is the hidden button of DXF import for members. So I click that, and let me see. I have prepared here, of course, in this period, something in the theme, and that is a star. Let me see, I can show you in the AutoCAD. Yes, here, this one. This is what I made, so it's looking a bit weird, but I'm not a good drawer. So apologies for that, but let's see how it looks like. Where are we? Here. In IDEA. So I open this DXF file. So I have to first close it here. And again, I have the same scenario as before, as importing DXF for plates. This time we're importing DXF for a member cross-section. So I click on consecutive here and select, and I get a picture here. So let's click OK. Now we have the basic cross-section. We can here change the coordinates of points as well, if you would like to have some minor modifications. And click OK. And here, the last thing that we set is the thickness of cross-section that we can change here, and the inner radius of the edges around the cross-section. Okay, and of course we can change the material here and so on. So this is how can we import it, and click OK. And we have a nice star decoration on the Christmas tree. So this is the way how we do that. And of course, we can have even, let's say, reasonable shapes for a steel structures industry, except the stars for a Christmas tree, of course. So very useful feature. So I think this answered the help desk question.
Yeah, okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
That's a very useful feature because very often people need to input some like different shape than what is in their library. Okay, so I will take the presenter back, and we can have a look at the your questions. But basically, there was a question about some problems with import from robot structural analysis. Well, it's difficult to give you some advice. We always need to see the project. So if you have any problems with BIM links or with the software, you should always contact first your reseller, or you can also contact us on the webmail helpdesk@ideastatica.com. But in the first step, you should contact your reseller because he also can handle your issues. And the other question was if we can replace the shape of the Christmas tree. So yes, that we can do it anytime. You just like import or load different shape of the stiffening plate. So it can be either from our library or from a new DXF file, and the shape will change. It will be replaced, the original shape, by the new one. Okay, and then there is a, so basically that's, maybe Adam, do you want to add something about the import of a new shape? What are the rules for that?
Yes, I have an idea. If you would like to import, for example, a Christmas reindeer or Santa on its sledge to Ideastatica and calculate and check it if he withstands the forces and so on. There's one rule. If you prepare the DXF file, it has to be made of lines and circles, and it doesn't load splines, right? So if the drawing is made of splines, it won't go through to Ideastatica by this DXF import. So you have to stick to lines and circles, but you can also have a very complex picture, as you saw the Christmas tree. That's all made of lines and circles.
Yeah. Okay, and we are always loading the central line, right? So
yes.
So it's not it shouldn't be an area, but the center line. Okay, and the last or not the last, but one before last is I would like to ask if there are any connection with other programs. So that has to be shown on our web. So the list of the BIM links that are supported by Ideastatica Connection can be found on our web under the BIM, and you can see we have quite a long list of softwares that can be imported to Ideastatica Connection. So they are either the CAD-based programs like Advanced Steel or Tekla Structures, or the finite element analysis softwares like SIA, ETABS, Robot, StatPro, SAP 2000, RFEM, and other ones. So you can also try this in the free trial, I guess. Okay, and
yes, we should show also the resource center.
Yeah, okay.
Where are the tutorials for that?
Okay, whenever you have any issues or question, or you want to see how to do something, so go to resources, and this page is dedicated to all the tutorials with like step-by-step instructions. So you can just follow these figures, and you can always learn how to do something. And we have also tutorials and examples for BIM links. So you can see, for example, Tekla. There is always how to activate the link and some examples how to import. Also, the source files are there, so you can even try it yourself on your computer. So everything is in our resource center. Okay, and the last question is, who brings presents in Czech Republic? Well, the answer is, it's not Santa Claus, it's not Father Christmas, but it's little Jesus, and we call him Ježíšek, and he is a ghost and nobody ever saw him. And he brings it in the Christmas evening, and we can open the presents directly after our dinner, so we don't have to wait till the morning.
Yes, and actually yes, and the presents actually appear under the Christmas tree during the Christmas dinner. So that's real mystery, because you're having the dinner in the kitchen next to the living room where the tree is, and still nobody noticed. So
okay, so thank you for all your questions, and I already have shown you the resource center. You can also find all the recorded webinars either on our web or on our YouTube channel. And next Connection Wednesday, well, to be honest, we don't know, but if you give us some nice feedback, we will let you know about some next season after some break, I think. Okay, so that's all for the last Connection Wednesday in 2017. We would like to thank you very much for all the time spent on our webinars, and also, we wish you the best for 2018 and a lot of great ideas.
yes, what to add? Well, just Merry Christmas. Enjoy the holidays, and see you in the next year.
Thank you very much, and goodbye.
Bye.